October 14th, and I woke up to this, and it makes me so happy. So today I woke up to 4 inches of fresh snow, and it's already melted off the trees, revealing that it is still fall, but it inspired me to make some samples. So I needed a day off from canning, so I got all of my stuff out to make some thank you samples. And what I do is I use the glass for my super scented strong ones, my pine, anything cologne that's really strong, I use a glass. Then I have a Wilton warmer, and these are great. This one here I've used on medium scents, so things like toasted acorn and oak and Christmas cottage, cinnamony scents, kind of medium. And then I have my bakery scent one that I use just for vanilla bean buttercream and cookie and those types of scents. Then I pulled out several more wax molds. I already started going through combining up scents I think will work well together. Some leftover samples I have from before. And now the fun begins. Because this one, I only need such a small amount of wax, I just warmed it in cup like so, because I just needed a little bit, because I'm going to do these hearts in vanilla bean buttercream, and I don't really need that much wax. And for the mittens, I'm going with maraschino sugar cookie, so I have a bunch of that going in one of the Wilton warmers. The maraschino sugar cookie is melted. I don't know how much I'm going to need of this. And yes, I am playing Christmas music. It just puts me in the festive mood. I don't know how thick I should go with these. I decided to melt some more maraschino sugar cookie as being stingy. I just made a bunch of samples that I've mailed out, and so I know I can order more of this very soon. I was just being stingy. So now I've got the mittens done, and I've got more melting there. Yes, my stove is filthy because I've been canning, and I'll give it a good clean when my season of canning is done. Now, when I make these samples, one important thing to keep in mind is always use only what is currently available. You don't want to give a sample to somebody of something they can't get. Fall in love with it, and you're like, what do you mean I can't get it? And I know there's a special place for all of us who play Christmas music before Halloween, but when it snows and you're making seasonal samples, it just fits. I'll get back into the Halloween spirit. Last time I made these, I used Hug in a Mug, which I'm using again for the nut. And then I used sugar cookie. And I could barely smell the sugar cookie. It was an older brick. I don't know if that had something to do with it. But everybody I had given them to loved it. But this time I've got a big pot of vanilla bean buttercream, because that's what I have a big brick of, so that is what I'm going to use. I love making these and sharing them. They're so fun to do. Gives me a chance to use some artistic creativity outside the art studio. And I welcome a day from canning. Even though I've got only about a week left, it's still a week. So these ones, they're cooled already. I think because they're so thin and small. Those are cute. And I've got another scent mixed up that I think will go good with these ones. Oh, they're still a little soft. That one bent a little bit, so I'm going to let that sit. And I did have my first waxident. I had Hug in a Mug in here, and I set it on here and sent it flying, and the kitchen smells really good. The vanilla bean buttercream is melted. So I'll put some in here. And I'm not going to fill the cookie up, just in case I have just enough to do most of the cookie. And it looks like I'm going to have enough. so I can go back and top off any that I feel need a little more. Okay, here we're going to pop these out. This is the first time I've used this one, so I don't know what they're gonna look like. Little mitten. Oh, isn't that adorable? That is so cute. There's left and there's right mittens. Oh, those are adorable. This one stains, but I have found even when they stain the molds, I have taken them out, and with the exception of some pine ones, I will go through it again with like some scrap chunks I have to like vanilla bean buttercream on pine ones to try and draw out some of the scent out of the plastic. But this here, when it stains, it doesn't, it's stained with maraschino sugar cookie. How can you not like that? We've got, the cookies are ready because I've got more I want to use, so we're going to give these a crack. Pull these ones out. Oh, do not eat. I have to remind my daughter that. These ones are good for classrooms because they're not offending to anyone with the vanilla buttercream, and the Hug in a Mug is such a small amount, and my daughter's classroom happens to really like Hug in a Mug, and my husband's classroom loves vanilla bean buttercream. So, but I use these as thank you samples to customers who placed an order, and I only use ones that are currently available. And when I'm doing these, I look for a couple things. I look for colors that will be compatible with a scent that won't take away from it. And this one with the maraschino sugar cookie with the little vanilla bean buttercream heart isn't going to interfere. This one here with the vanilla bean buttercream and the Hug in a Mug, another one that's not going to offend. I've got pine cones going that have clove and cinnamon, cozy fireside, and around the campfire in them. And I've got ribbon candy that I've got to unmold pretty quick. As an afterthought, I think the next time I make these, I'm going to put in a little piece of twine when the wax is still wet from one to another, so that you can have a pair of hanging mittens. So I'm giving this a crack to get it out. It's a little fussy getting out, and it turned out pretty good. I think I'm going to experiment with different colors and different scents, because I see there's little lines on there that I could use as guides. But this here is Christmas Cottage, and I use a little strip of a perfect peppermint. The smell goes together well, and the color was right. When I was talking about using up some leftover wax, like on this one here, it's stained and you can smell it a little bit. And I have waxes like Santa's cookies, a couple clams of that I really don't like. So I'll melt that and pour it in just to try and pull off any of that. And that has worked for me on some of these stronger ones I put in these molds. So these cookies I made have salted toffee, caramel, and clementine cupcake. Making 6. Smells so good. And then what I do when I have leftovers is I pour them in these little hearts. And this one was maraschino sugar cookie leftover. And this is too soft yet. And then these pine cone ones, these ones are still soft. So these ones take the longest to cure or set up. But these, I have to say, these are one of my favorites. Okay, these ones are the fussiest ones to do. These are the pine cones. We're going to crack this and see if we can get them out. There we go, there's one. Oops. Dog dish is right underneath here so the wax falls in. Oh, those turned out cute. This here is cinnamon and clove, cozy fireside, and a little around the campfire. Let's see. That one turned out. The last time I did these, I did cedar cider and toasted acorn and oak, I think. Oh, they smell good. They smell very good. The round the campfire just gives it a little sweetness, and I like that. I like around the campfire anyhow, but I'm not a big fan of their Scentsy cinnamon and clove. So mixing in the around the campfire just makes it sweet and delicious. So that was the last I've got to unmold. And then I've got the ornaments from the bricks to unmold too. Hello, Dave.
Hey.
So we are a mother-daughter co-consultant team for Scentsy.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my most favorite things that I like to do as a part of this team is making thank you samples. So that's what I did today. And when I put them into bags, I use these bags from The Love of Wax.
Oh.
And this is a polypropylene bag, which I've switched over to all polypropylene bags because they don't leach the scent, except maybe for something like that that's super, super strong.
And that's Winter's Eve.
That's Winter's Eve.
Yeah.
So this is the third batch we've done of those samples. But these ones here, I just love these. These are
so cute.
maraschino sugar cookie.
With the little mitten and the little heart.
Oh, it smells good. With the vanilla bean buttercream as a heart.
Oh, so cute.
And it doesn't
Adorable.
take away from the scent at all.
No.
We don't have lights turned on. And this one here, and I've shown all of these, the vanilla bean buttercream hug in a mug.
Don't eat that. That's not a real cookie.
And my favorite, probably, the clementine cupcakes. Have you smelled these yet?
I haven't.
You should smell those.
These are cute. Look at that orange. Yum. That's the clementine one. Cute.
And I use...
It looks like a real...
the salted caramel toffee because it seemed to go well together, and it's just a little bit in the pecan. And then these ones here, the ribbon candy. Next time I think I'll put the line closer to the top. But this here I use Christmas Cottage with perfect peppermint.
Ooh. Ooh. Yum.
So when I'm making these samples, I look for colors that play well together and scents that play well together. And
that's yummy.
And so when...
That smells like the actual ribbon candy when you get it from the bag. Like there's a box of that, you know?
Yeah.
That smells like that.
Nom.
Again, don't eat that.
Don't eat that.
Okay, what should we do now? Let's say this. Let's do this one.
So these ones, when I make the snowflakes, I put the coordinating one in the corner. So the coordinating one's going to be Blue Christmas. So when I package these up, I'll put like 4 of each in a bag, or 2 of each, or 3 of each, whatever I do. And then again here I've got Berry Snowy Spruce.
So these two are going to go together.
Yep, and then Silver Bells and Arctic Kiss I'll put in a bag together when I give them out.
Wow.
And then this one here.
Okay, take that out though, because that's adorable.
It is adorable. This is the fussiest
This is creativity at its finest.
So this here has...
Because she's an artist.
Clove and cinnamon at the top.
Yep.
Cozy fireside and around the campfire. And
Yum.
I didn't like
That's adorable.
clove and cinnamon by itself. I didn't like cozy fireside by itself, but with this mix,
That mix.
it smells good. The around the campfire just sweetens it up a little bit, so it gives it that sweet smoky.
Yummy.
So this is something that I really enjoy doing, and it was a nice day out of the kitchen canning, making these. And of course, we had 4 inches of snow, which I thought was great.
Yuck.
There's still some snow out there.
Bleh.
Supposed to get more tomorrow. I was so happy. I woke up singing. I felt like an elf. I was like,
No!
yes!
I was not happy.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Are you really?
No,
No,
not at all.
Okay.
Okay, so this was fun sample making day.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Smelled
Dave.
good.
Yeah, it smells good.